Okay, the purpose of this video is to go along with an activity that I've created for the course. I call it the BAGS activity, or Bag A, Bag B activity. What I'm going to show you how to do on this video is how to enter a program into the calculator that you need for the activity, how to enter name lists into the calculator, and then also the purpose of the activity, or one of the purposes of the activity, is to teach you about the frequentist interpretation of probability. So here's the virtual TI. Here's a copy of the calculator that you're supposed to have for the course. By the way, if you're using a TI-83, the steps for entering the program are exactly the same. So basically what I'm going to do is take you through step by step and ask you to actually enter the program you need by hand. And it isn't a very long program, but there are a number of steps involved. So I'm going to try to go kind of slow. And don't forget, if you do get lost or get behind, that you can pause the video, or you can even back it up to watch parts of the video again. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Get out your TI-84 or TI calculator. Turn it on. Press the on key. Go to Program. We're going to create a new program, so we're going to arrow over using the right arrow to New, press Enter. Now we're going to give it a name. The A in the cursor means the calculator is alpha locked. So if I type keys, the calculator will actually type letters that correspond to those keys. So the name of the program is going to be BAGS, and then we press Enter. And the calculator is now ready for the first line of code. So go to Math, arrow to PRB, and then press 5 to choose Random Int. You need 1, 2, close parentheses, store alpha A. Press Enter. Now go Program and choose number 1. Now press alpha A. Now press second Math and choose number 1. Then type 1. Then type alpha period. Then type second 0. The calculator is alpha locked. And what we see here under catalog, these are all the functions in the calculator. Every single function on the calculator is somewhere in this catalog, and they're alphabetical. Since the calculator is alpha locked, I'm looking for an L, so I'm going to type an L, and the calculator skips straight down to all the commands starting with L. And this little L is what I need, so I'm going to press Enter. Now I'm going to press second alpha to alpha lock the calculator, and I'm going to type BAG A. I'm pressing alpha to take the calculator out of alpha lock mode, and I'm going to press a parenthesis now. Math, PRB, number 5. 1, comma, second stat, OPS, choice number 3. Now we're going to go second 0 again, type an L, and then choose this little L again, and second alpha lock, type BAGA, and then press alpha to take the calculator back out of alpha lock, and then close parenthesis, and then store alpha B. Now press Enter. Back to Program. choose number 1, alpha A, second math, choice number 1, and then a 2. Alpha period for a colon, second 0 for catalog, type L, second alpha for alpha lock, and then type bag B. Alpha again, open parenthesis, math, PRB, number 5. 1, comma, second stat, arrow to OPS, choose 3. Second 0, L, enter. Second alpha, type bag B. Alpha, close parenthesis, store alpha B. Press enter. Now go to Program, I/O, choice 3 for display, and we're going to put this in quotes, so I need to go alpha plus X, second math, equals alpha plus, comma, alpha B. Press enter. Now go to Program, scroll down, choose pause, enter. Press Program, go to I/O, choice 3. Second alpha to alpha lock the calculator, plus for a quotation. Type THE space, corresponds to the 0, VOU CHER, quotation. Enter. Program, choose 1, alpha A, second math, choice 1, second period for colon, whoops, made a mistake, okay, back up, we need a 1 here, so type 1 over the mistake, and then go alpha period, type Program, arrow over to I/O, choose 3. second alpha to alpha lock again, plus I S space F R O M space B A G space A. Close your quotations. Press enter. Choose program number 1, alpha A, second math, choice number 1, type 2, second alpha, period, alpha, program, arrow to I/O, choose 3, second alpha, plus I S space F R O M space B A G space B. Close parentheses, enter. And finally, we're going to go to program and arrow down to stop. Press enter. Now press second quit, and the program is done. Now, if you try to execute this program at the moment, you will get an error. The reason you'll get an error is because the program is actually dependent upon 2 named lists. So the next step here is to enter the data for the activity over here on the right in a list called bag A and another list called bag B. So I'm going to show you how to do that next. What you want to do is press Stat and then choose number 1 for edit. And this takes us into the editor on the calculator, what's called the data editor. And the data editor on the calculator works a lot like a spreadsheet, like Excel. Now, your calculator may have different lists in this window, and they may have different numbers, and that's all. That's fine. That doesn't matter. What we're going to do, what is important though, is that you arrow your cursor as far up in any of the lists that you want. Okay. And what you need is to have your cursor up here in the top, very top row. So I'm just going to put my cursor here on L1 in the very top. And this is a place where students have errors frequently. So you need to make sure your cursor is in the very top row here, not down inside any of the lists. What we're going to do is press second delete, and that will insert a blank list, and the calculator is waiting for me to give it a name, and the cursor is alpha locked. And what that means now is that if I just start typing the calculator will type letters, and I'm going to type bag A. Now press enter. So the calculator's now created a list called bag A. And these are the voucher values that I'm going to put into bag A. The problem is if I start trying to enter these numbers now, I'll get an error because my cursor is actually not in the right place. What we need to do is an arrow down, and I just move the cursor into the body of the list itself. And this is where I can now enter the data values one at a time. So I'm going to type 10, press enter. 20, press enter. 20, enter. And so forth. Till I've entered all the voucher values for bag A. Whoops, I made a mistake. And actually kind of did that on purpose because I'm anticipating that some of you may make mistakes and wonder, what do I do if I made a mistake? Well, here I typed an A when I meant to type 80. And to fix that mistake, what I can do is just move my cursor back to where the mistake was and then just type 80 and press enter. And the calculator will overwrite that value. So I need two 90s and then 100. Okay, so now I have all the voucher values entered into bag A. So I'm going to do a right arrow. Again, move my cursor up all the way up to the top. Okay. And then press second, delete. This time I'm going to type bag B and press enter. Down arrow, and now I can enter the voucher values for bag B. Oops, made another mistake. I got a couple mistakes there, don't I? Alright, so let me go back here and fix these. So what I needed is a 90 and a 90 and a 90. 1, 2, 3, 4 90s. And that's correct. And then I need one, two, three, 4, 5 hundreds. All right, so now I have bag B entered. Okay, so once we get bag A and bag B entered into the calculator, I'm going to go second quit to exit to the actual home screen on the calculator. Now let me take a moment here and switch over to the activity. So the activity, the first part of the activity is just to draw frequency plots. And these are just like the frequency plots that are in chapter 1 of the textbook. Same thing. So you need to draw an axis and put all the voucher values, 10, 20, 30, 40, up to 100, and then X's for each of the voucher values. You can calculate values of alpha and beta. I'll let you do that, just like in the textbook again. Now here's where here's where the program comes into play, okay, on the activity. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go back to the calculator. I'm going to execute the program. Now the program is designed to work with the two named lists, bag A, bag B. You can use this program for any of the examples in the textbook. All you need to do is enter into the vouchers into the correct bags, bag A or bag B. So any of these bag A, bag B problems will work fine. If you try to change the name of the list from bag A or bag B to some other name, the program will not be able to find it. If you notice, when we actually entered the program refers specifically to bag A and bag B. So again, it's designed to be used with those particular lists. So what you need to do is execute the program. So I'm going to execute the program, what we need to do is press Program, and EXEC stands for execute, and that's the first thing that pops up. And the first program here is bag, so I'm going to press Enter. Okay, now the program actually hasn't been executed yet. What the calculator does is when we choose a program to execute, it prints it out on the home screen, and we have to press Enter one more time. Okay, so far so good with the program. It just went into one of the two bags and it pulled out a voucher, and it was a $100 voucher. That means based on the decision rule, we're going to reject H0. So we know that we're going to put a tally in one of these two boxes. The question is, which bag did it come from? Well, the program's designed to tell us which bag. So when I press Enter again, the program says the voucher's from bag B. That means I would put a tally mark right here in the table. We rejected H0 because the data value indicated that we should based on the decision rule, and then the calculator revealed to us the truth. The voucher actually came from bag B. Now notice that was a correct decision. There's no error here. Let's try that again. This time, instead of 100, we got a $10 voucher. The decision rule tells us still we should reject the null. So we know we're in the column, the decision column, to reject H0, but we don't know which cell yet because we don't know which bag the voucher came out of. So I press Enter again, and the calculator tells me that the voucher came from bag B. So I put a tally mark here corresponding to reject H0, bag B. So now we would have two tally marks here. And again, we just keep repeating this process. That would be reject the null hypothesis. Came from bag B, another tally here. Another $100 voucher, reject H0, press Enter again. Came from bag B, voucher, the tally goes there. 60, now we are in a do not reject because the decision rule would tell us not to reject H0 there. Press Enter, voucher came from bag A. So again, do not reject H0, voucher came from bag A. That is a correct decision, no error. 90, decision rule says do not reject, voucher came from bag A. All right, again, no mistake here. So we would put a tally mark here. And again, we would continue with this until we did 50 of these simulations and filled the table up with those tallies. Now I'm going to let you guys think about number 4. Number 4 is a fairly complicated, mathematically complicated question. And what you want to think about is this. Okay, I'll give you a couple of hints for number 4. First of all, the program's going to select the voucher from bag A or bag B from one of those two lists, and it's going to do it uniformly, which means it's going to do it 50-50 with a 50-50 probability. That means we expect half the vouchers, or 25 vouchers, to come from bag A. We expect the other 25 vouchers to come from bag B. Now, when you think about what your type 1 error rate is, okay, that's alpha, the frequency of type 1 errors for 50 simulations should be 25 times 1/15, or 25/15. So bag A, so when we reject H naught and we find out that the voucher actually did come from bag A, that's a type 1 error. So we expect about 1 or 2 tallies for this cell, type 1 error cell. And then you can figure out the other the other frequencies, the expected frequencies for the other cells in a similar fashion. All right, well, I hope the video helps, and I'll see you next time.